What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It is May 28th, 2010, and I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about tonight, so let's get right at it. In video game news, I bought Red Dead Redemption last week. I got a lot of different ways, and I need to spend my money lately, but I just had to have it. I looked at the reviews, and the reviews were like 95, 96% at Metacritic and game reviews and stuff, and it's incredible. It's really, a lot of people have called it Grand Theft Auto and horses. It's completely unfair because the combat is really fun. It's very different from Grand Theft Auto. It's not that different. It's pretty similar, but the whole Red Dead mechanic, a lot of fun. If you're interested in that game at all, it's definitely at least a renter. I paid full price for it, and it's one of the games that I have not really regretted. I think it's a must-have in your library. If you like westerns at all, if you like Grand Theft Auto games at all, if you like sandbox games, if you just like good games in general, it's definitely that kind of game. Part RPG almost, part Grand Theft Auto, part Old West overall. The character development has been phenomenal. I've fallen in love, just absolutely adored some of the characters. Like Seth is without a doubt one of my favorite characters. The snake oil salesman. Just overall, just beautiful characters. And I just hit the second half of the game, played around with the multiplayer, really enjoyed it, and it's eaten up a lot of my time this week. What else is eating up my time this week is going to have a sleep study done. As a lot of you guys know, I sleep on one of these dreadful CPAP masks. This one's my old one. They discovered my mask was too large. So, they discovered this mask is too large, so they fitted me with a smaller one and more tight. So we tried me sleeping without the mask and found out for sure I have obstructive apnea. Then followed up by trying this mask and trying the new mask and trying other stuff and experimenting and trying to find the right place to set me. I know a lot of you guys out there are bigger guys, and if you've never had a sleep study done and you have a way to pay for it, insurance, whatever, I cannot recommend it enough. My doctor, the doctor who was running the sleep study, spoke to me at great length about all the different ailments and problems that not being able to sleep correctly causes. And one guy, the tech that hooked me up, I was called the hookup room, the room where they put all these wires and stuff. If you go to my Facebook, you can see a picture of me with all the different wires and stuff glued to my hair and stuff. The guy who hooked me up in the hookup room is hot. I kept making that joke too. I was like, man, we need to hook up, and he didn't get it. I was like, it's the hookup room. Well, anyway, it turns out he has two jobs. He runs a sleep lab in the Virgin Islands. Then he also, since that lab pretty much runs itself and he owns it, he can manage it by phone. So then he also puts time in other places in the country, and it gives him an excuse to travel. Great guy. Really enjoy talking to him. He said that he had treated guys my size several times, and it wasn't uncommon for people my size to lose 25, 50, 100 pounds after getting on a CPAP machine that helped them sleep right. And he said it's because two reasons. Number one, I'll feel better because I should be able to exercise more, be able to do more stuff, and feel better during the day, so be more active. But he also said that if you thought about it, 2,000 years ago, if your body was having trouble sleeping, you couldn't hunt. So it would need to go into a starvation mode. My metabolism sucks. I eat wrong, that's part of it. But the other part of it is the fact that what I do eat goes right into fat. I don't get a lot of exercise. And even when I was able to get a lot of exercise, and I did get a lot of exercise, walking a couple of miles a day, doing what I could, getting in the pool, it layered on me like the same diet my friends were eating. My friends would be 250, 275, and I'd be 475, and I didn't know what was going on. We'd eat the same meals all the time. My roommate and I, we share our meals, at least 2 or 3 meals out of the day sometimes, and we eat the same portion sizes. And why am I bigger than he? You know, a lot of different factors, but maybe that is part of it. But then he talked about the strain on the heart, the strain on everything else. He said that it could help my diabetes, it could help the hemorrhoid issue that I've been dealing with, it could help. I don't know, he kind of sounded like a snake oil salesman, to throw back to what we were talking about earlier, it seemed like in his mind it was related to everything. But we'll see. I do know that the 4 hours of sleep that I got on their machine, dialed in at a level that they thought was appropriate for me, was heavenly, and I felt fantastic. And normally when I wake up in the morning, I have 40 minutes of misery, anger, frustration, grogginess, and hopefully that'll go away once I get a new machine. But it was a lot of fun getting wires hooked up to my head and hanging out in the hookup room and having people watch me sleep. Like, I expected just at some point to just wake up and have some guy standing over me going, "You sleep real pretty, boy. I don't mind if I kiss you." And that fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, didn't happen, because I mean, I was right next to the hookup room. Stop, baby, let's hook up. And let's see what else has been going on. I got some big plans coming up in the next couple of weeks. I got a little mini vacation coming up in about 2 weeks, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to spend some time with some friends and chill and get out and do some fun stuff. And I'm really looking forward to that. And again, I wanted to hear about your summer plans. Last time we talked, and most of you guys didn't really tell me anything. So, are you going on vacation this year? Are you going anywhere special? Are you going to have a good time? Do you have plans this summer? Because I'd love to know what plans you have. It's fascinating. I mean, of the 28,000 people that subscribe to my YouTube stuff, man, if even 100 of you answer, it's fascinating. YouTube has a new feature called the YouTube moderator, and I'm not exactly sure how I can use this to the best advantage. A lot of people ask me, what happened to the Q&A series? Where's the Q&A series? I need more Q&A. And the thing is, a lot of people didn't watch them. So what I would like to do is, I think once I figure out this moderator system, in the next couple of weeks, we'll allow people to go there and ask questions. And then what's important about the moderator system is that people that can vote which questions they want answered. So instead of hearing the same answer over and over and over again, if you read through the questions, you can vote for the questions you most want answered, and then I can go to that as a resource and say, well, here's the 5 things people most want to know. And I think that'd be a lot of good. And I don't want to lose touch of the personal questions, because a lot of the personal questions that have been asked in the past seem to have a real impact. And I want that. I still want to be able to have that one-on-one moment. Talk about the suicide video again real quick. It's gotten quite a lot of views. Wow, the feedback has been incredible. And time again, the comments on that video, but more importantly, the personal messages of people saying, you really made me think about that. And I thought about suicide, or I had thought about suicide at one point. Some people have even told me they were thinking about it then. Some people have shown it to their friends who were feeling down. And it's amazing, because I love doing the character videos, and I like doing the funny stuff, and I want to do more of that for you. I always want to do that. But I feel some personal responsibility here to reach out to you guys and talk to you. And a friend of mine talked to me about different psychological profiles of people who have been through the kind of shit that I've been through. And the one that I identified the most with was the caretaker role. And since we discussed that, I've thought about it at great length, because I've always been a caretaker. I've tried to take care of people in my life. I had to take care of my parents. I had to practically clothe and feed my dad once he was sick when I was a kid. I had to take care of my mom because of her mental illness. And of course I had to take care of myself, which some of you probably will agree I have not always been very good at. And I guess that's what I do here with my YouTube channel too. I want to take care of you guys. I want to make your lives better. I want to inspire you to do good things. I want to make you guys happier. I hope somebody who hadn't planned a vacation this summer hears me talk about spending some time, some quality time, and changes their mind and says, you know what, Dave and I deserve to get out of town for the weekend and go to that music festival that I wanted to go to, or go to at least the state fair, or maybe head to the beach for the first time in ages, or leave the country. Do something, man. Do something. You know? If I can make that happen with this channel, on top of the fact that I can keep you laughing, on top of the fact that I can keep you interested in my megalomaniacal, self-centered, narcissistic, rambling videos, you know, then I'm doing something really great with my life. And that's awesome, you know. I love the fact that this is a very personal channel. And I love the fact that I watch a lot of other YouTubers, but I watch Philip DeFranco. I don't feel that he's ever very personal. You know, and maybe it's the topic that he talks about, you know. And certainly people who do exclusively just characters, for example, Fred, it's certainly not personal. Cassim G, for example, I don't want to know who he's getting personal with all these porn star videos he does. I like that people have compared me to Shay Carl, and I love that comparison because I love Shay Carl. That dude is amazing, and that look into his life, that personal look of him raising his kids and loving his wife and just being a good guy, you know, who struggled with his weight and struggled with other things in life, and that's what I want to be. That's what I want to be for you guys, you know. And I guess I also want to be the caregiver too. Did I say caretaker earlier? I meant caregiver. Caretaker. I guess I've been playing way too much Red Dead Redemption. Otherwise, I'm just playing Magic, enjoying life, working on a lot of personal things and personal issues, and spending time with people I genuinely care about. And life is good. And I have that stupid exploratory surgery, colonoscopy, scheduled for next Friday, and I'm really scared about it. It's hard not to think about cancer, especially with my friend Danielle suffering. It's hard not for me to not think about the worst case scenario. And I think it's going to be all right. And I think I'm just going to be just fine. And I hope so. And if not, expect Friday for me to come here and just in a daze be all like whiny and stuff. And be like, oh, my pooper. You know. But I'm sure that I'm going to be fine. But I think you guys would be glad to know that I'm finally getting that out of the way. We'll get to the source of the problem and get it all resolved. And then finally, you guys can stop hearing about it. Because I know you're tired of it. I'm tired of talking about it. So, let's recap. Red Dead Redemption, an amazing game. Colonoscopy next week. Sleep studies rock. Suicide, no good. YouTube channel is awesome. Shay Carl, one of my favorite YouTubers. Philip DeFranco, starting to bore me. I love you guys. I absolutely do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for viewing. If you want to go ahead and have a little keyword for making it to the end of this video, this week it's going to be exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. Vacation. Use the word vacation in your comment posts, and then I know when I read them that we both made it to the end of this video, and I really do want to hear what plans you have to spend this summer. What kind of holiday do you have in mind? I'd love to hear it, guys. So I thank you for watching. I thank you for listening, and I'll talk with you soon.